What I'm doing now is I'm fleshing the hide. I'm looking to see where I can take some fat off. This hide was so clean and not bloody that I'm not even gonna wash it. I might spray it with some water to get the hair to set right. I'm just cutting off little pieces of meat that we left on when we were skinning it. But you got some areas of fat. You want to get the fat off. There's not a lot. Be very careful because this skin is just like paper on a rabbit. It's like tissue paper. So I'm turning the head inside out now. The eyes, I don't have to do anything around the eyes except just a very little bit of trimming. Very little. Around the ears, there's a little bit of meat where your ear butts are. And then around your lips, there's a little bit. But not a whole lot. So be very careful. We skin the nose out right to the end. So I'm going to split this lip down a little bit here. And that'll make it easier to tuck. I could put this ball up in there, but I'd rather use my finger because I can feel it better. And just go all the way around there. And got kind of a thick lip here. This is up the upper lip by the nose. The nose is skinned out nice. Eyes. Got a little bit. Oh, we're going to try to do the ears a little bit. Okay. Let me get my knife sharp here. So we can get this ear just get under the cartilage a little bit. Rabbit ears are very, very delicate. We're going to just get them started here. Be very careful. You can see I'm just right like so. Just enough to get a start, okay? What I want to do is I want to get that back out, okay? So what we got to do is we got to try to get something in there. Anything flat and dull, we got to be very careful. You start pulling hair out if you get too rough with it. There we go. Let me clean this up a little bit. Sometimes I can get them, sometimes I can't. Got to go very slow. I'm just putting this tool up in here. You can see it coming up through the inside there. But I don't want it to come out the back of the ear here. So we just keep turning it. See, we can separate it a little bit. I'm just moving it back and forth slow. I don't want to pull any hair loose. Now I'm going to try a little screwdriver here. Tell you what, rabbit ears are tough to do. I've been doing them for years and that. I still have problems. A lot of people think a rabbit would be an easy first mount. Actually, I would stick with the squirrel. They got tougher skin. I'm not going to screw around with that anymore. I don't want to lose that hide here. This is this old rabbit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start bar axing. Get down in the leg holes here. You can use a screwdriver or a pencil. Make sure you get some down in there, into the leg holes. Okay. Rabbit tail is very, very tender. If you look at it crooked, it'll come off. So you just kind of use some kind of a wire to get down. Push a little bit of that down in there. Okay, we've got the back feet. We're going to get those skinned all the way down to the ankle. So we take our knife. We've already been through this once, remember? Okay. So we'll get down in here. There we go. We'll do the other one. I want to make sure that we get the bone right down to the ankle here. Okay, so we got him all boraxed up, ready to go. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put some wires in this. Try to get this thing started a little bit. The back legs really have a lot of holes in them, so I'm going to have to kind of put this together ad hoc as we go. Try to tuck hair in. Hi, Toby. I'm getting some wires cut for the feet and for the front legs. Back feet, front legs, and also the head. I want to get the head put on here. Okay. So, just got to try to get this leg here on. I want to get that leg so I can put it up through here. We'll do the other one too. I cut these feet off a little bit, so what we'll do is we'll be able to lock these in, I hope. But we'll get our other, we're boraxing this now. Go ahead and be very liberal with it. I mean, you can try to tan these hides, but I never had real good luck tanning rabbit. They're so fragile that I just haven't had luck. And then when you get them out of the tan, you go to break them, they crack and split and all kinds of things. So I'll put the head in here. See if we can get her in there anyway. I kind of got it. There she goes. Okay. I'm going to get a couple arm wires in here. I'm going to push them right down out through the front of the legs. Where the front legs are. That's it, we got the wrong leg there. There we go. And just take and push it out the bottom of the paw if you can. You should be able to. Make sure you don't get her twisted in there. Whoop. I know, buddy. You are so pretty. Yeah. Kind of hard to do this when you got Toby here helping you. Anyway, I'm at the bottom of the paw now, and I'm going to come right out the bottom there. And then you can kind of squeeze it down there. Keep pushing it down with your fingers. You push it on the head of your fingers and it'll go right down in there. And I'm still you got to be careful here. You don't want to get too rough with it and pull too much. You'll end up tearing that skin. If I haven't said it before, I'll say it again, rabbit skins are really fragile. So anyway, I'm going to turn this inside out a little bit. Get this down and clay down it. I know where you stuck. Okay. Now we got one done. One arm done. Now we're going for the second arm. Front feet. Put the other wire in the other front leg. Sometimes you got to kind of watch it. Their front legs and that'll twist real easy. So you got to make sure you're going the right direction with them. There we go. Got a lot of stuff there. So let's see what we got here. Got some clay, Toby. Oh, Toby, you got to help me out, don't you? You see that old badger over there? Boy, he sees that badger I mounted yesterday. He doesn't like the looks of that, do you? You don't like the looks of that old badger, do you? Well, Toby says badgers aren't all that great. Okay, so we got the front foot in. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we got to decide We're going to put the legs right through here, right about where you think they should go. Want to lock those into place. Just go ahead and push a wire around and bend it and lock it right in there. Do the same thing for this side here. Go about this, go right across from each other. Get a piece of glue there. Get the locker into place. That way you'll be able to move your arms without, your feet without really there we go. Now we're doing the bottom feet, which you see these are really tore up, so I'm gonna get the feet on here and then I'm gonna try to hide these seams by putting them underneath. See, I put that right in there. See, we're gonna go right up through the bottom of the foot here. Right where that Achilles tendon was that I was telling you about earlier. Just push it right on up through there. I know I got it here somewhere. These rabbit feet are pretty tough. Like I say, they're all nothing but sinew, and what I want to do is I want to make sure that I get enough out here I can lock that into a piece of wood that he's going to be on, or some kind of a habitat mount. So I'm pulling it through quite a ways, and then what I'll do is I'm coming back here, I'm going to lock this in the back here. Just like that. Now we'll do the same with the other one, the other leg. It's the same thing here. We got, see if we can get this in here. I didn't realize it was that busted up. Well, that's what we do. Try to fix this stuff up. I'm trying to get this leg threaded up through here. Find a hole without making another hole. I feel it, but I just can't get it. There it is. Now I'm going to go right in by that Achilles tendon again, right there. We came through there once before. You really got to get down in there to get the meat. That's to follow the tendons up through there. Well, we didn't got that one close enough, but anyway. So, we got that one. We'll bend this over. That way we got that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try to get this thing sewn up. We're going to Gotta get a piece of wire in here to hold the head on. See if we can get this up through here. Go right through the base of the neck. We're trying to get out the top of the head, or somewhere close there, like so. And then we're going to put that down in through here and see if we can get someplace to. There we go, like so. Well, we got our needle all rigged up. And what we're going to do is we're going to sew up the back now. And get this front leg out of here. Kind of get her pried loose here. There we go. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and take this and start sewing all the way down. Be very gentle. You'll tear that loose if you're not. If you pull too tight. Stay in about 1/4 of an inch from the edge. I'm just using regular sewing thread on this because they aren't very tough as far as having to hold. It'll dry up in a day or so. I put in 3 or 4 stitches. Then I pull them tight. If you go too many more stitches than that, you'll end up getting hair tangled up in there, and then they won't pull tight, and it just turns into a mess. Anyway, every couple stitches you can go ahead and pull up tight. I'm gonna put a little more borax in here. I'm hoping this thing turns out decent. I didn't know the legs were that busted up, but anyway, we'll get her. We'll make it look like a serviceable mount. And you buy your own form and that, and get a good rabbit. Say one that isn't all shot up or whatever, and take time skinning it. Then pull your hair out of the way a little bit if you feel like it's getting in there. And feel like it's getting in the way. Then you can pull your skin up too as you're going along. Don't pull too hard. You can stretch them a little bit, but you don't want to pull too hard. Anyway. You see how easy this is going? There's no... Here, I'm done sewing that up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try to get this guy set up on some kind of a platform here where I can work on him a little bit more. So, get his hair straightened out, get a few repairs made over here where his feet are, and it's just this here has got to come down. He's got a repair here to make, but that's easy enough. It's we'll put a couple pins in there to hold that skin in. You'll see right here, that was all busted up, remember? So we're going to put a couple pins in there to hold it into place. We got the tail here, the butt. I know he doesn't look too good right now, but he will. I'm gonna put him on a piece of foam. Make sure the feet are about the same length here. Let's see. That one's a little further back. So we'll just go ahead and push those through there. And pull those. So we got our rabbit sitting. Then just go ahead and fold your wire over. Pull it tight. And that way we can keep our rabbit pretty well upright. At least for now, anyway. What I might do later is we get this mouth set here. You see this here? We're going to go ahead and get the mouth tucked in. Hang on just a minute. We get the mouth tucked in. You can put a little glue in there if you want. I'm going to use pins to hold it till it dries. We got kind of a cute little nose. What we got to do is we got to slot this right here. There's a crease in that nose that goes right in there. And you'll see it here in just a second. Right there. See that little crease? So we're going to put a pin in there. I want that crease to stay right there. After all, that's kind of what gives a bunny his charm, isn't it? A little bitty nose. So anyway, now we tuck the lips. We've got the bottom lip here. We're going to put a pin in. I'm going to bring that around here. I can't grab it with my fingers for some reason. They're not working too good today. I'll just tack that in there. And then we'll work on the eye here. Bunny's eyes are nice and round, but we're going to go ahead and give him just a little bit of an eyebrow here, just so we got a little facial expression here. Just get a little bit of up underneath there to give you just a little bit of a bump there above the eye, and then press it down. Go ahead and round this up a little bit. Put a pin in here. Don't be afraid of using pins. It holds a lot of things in place. Yeah, that's looking that's looking nice and round. We're gonna get rid of this in just a minute. In fact, I think I'm going to get rid of this now. I don't like that sticking up like that. Okay. I'll go to the other side, do the other eye. We got a little piece of clay to put up under here like we did the other side. Just to make an eyebrow. Get the corner of the eye established. Always try to get the corner of the eye established. Then I go around and do the bottom here. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to take just a little bit of clay out of there. Get the bottom corner. I'm going to do the eyebrow here. Get a pin established there. I got pin there, pin here, pin here. We got our nice and round. Go ahead and tuck your eyelash. Yeah. You see, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Okay, now let's look back at this side. I'm looking at him from the front to make sure that we got the eyes pretty much level across here. They look like they're both about even here. So, got a nice fuzzy face. The ears are here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to establish just what he's going to look like here toward the end. Make sure our seam is down. Tail is up there. Let's put his head turned a little bit. Now we're going to blow dry him a little bit, see what he looks like. We'll go ahead and get his feet, the front feet. How do we want those? Do we want those looking kind of up and down a little bit? Get him in a little closer to the body. I think that's a good idea. You don't play with your skin and your clay here, that's inside your front legs. You know, lift that up a little. Smooth that. Let's see what we got when we're air drying a little bit. Get the hair fluffed up a little. Now, if you don't like your hair, you can go ahead and wet it down and blow dry it, re-dry it a little. This rabbit is definitely going to have one side better than the other. we're just going to keep blow drying him until we can get some hair established here and see just what he's going to look like. Both feet are about even, so. What I'm doing, I'm just looking at him a little bit here, trying to establish what I want to do here. We want to how do we want his head? Do we want him just like this? Go through the bottom here, get him in a position that I like. And put this in there. Get that. I'm gonna. There we go. Anyway, we got this guy here. Now what we're gonna do? We're gonna card the ears. You'll see Cheerios box makes a good for carding ear material. It's thin enough you can staple through if you want. Okay, we want to kind of go like that. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and round it a little bit. Stick it in here. Give them about the same length. Do another one like that. Get two more, and okay, I got my paper clips here. We're going to paper clip this guy instead of stapling him. The ears are so fragile that I'm afraid when they tear out the staples, it's liable to tear his ears apart. Anyway, like I said, put one in here. Put one on the outside. Put a paper clip in there, like that. And that'll hold that. So now we have to decide, do we want his head up like that? I think so. We'll pin some ears so they stay in a good position. Let's see. That's kind of a good way, just kind of straight back. I think, isn't it? I'm looking at this guy. I'm looking at him from the front here. I want to get his whiskers out here and stuff like that. I think he's going to look good when he dries up. Well, anyway, this is what we're doing with the rabbit. I'm going to go ahead and get another pin in here to get this so he looks like he's real. And we'll put him sitting in some grass. Just get your hair down around there. Well, that's the way it's going to be. I think we got her. Anyway, just keep adjusting him every day because rabbits, you don't want them to get away from you. There's a little bit. Yeah, he looks pretty good. Anyway, we got a little bit of work to do, but I mean, he's going to be just fine the way he is right now. He'll have one good side and one bad side, and that's because he was hit by a car. So he's so I think I'm gonna blow dry him a little bit, and he's sitting straight up. So try to get the hair fluffed up a little bit. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. We'll keep working on him. Pull a few of these pins out first. Got some wire on the front feet. We're going to cut those off. Right here. We'll turn them around. We'll cut those off so we don't see those. We'll take the paper clips off. You see his ears are just nice and crisp. I'm going to take and get this pin out of here. We got a pin here. Yep, there we go. Okay. Let's see where else we got any pins. Oh, we got a pin right back here. Okay, we're going to clean the eyes up a little bit. Just take your knife or whatever and Take your Q-tip, and that'll clean some of that clay up on there. Get the heavy chunks off with your knife blade or pin or anything. Now let's see what we got on the nose here. Looks good. Everything looks pretty darn good. What we're going to do now is we're going to go around the corner of the eye here. And you're just going to get a little black paint. I got a real fine brush here. And we're just going to paint right around the eye here to hide some of the white that's showing from the clay and that. This side. Okay, I'll go ahead. I know I got a little paint on that eye, so. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Kind of a fluffy little rabbit. Anyway, I'm going to check his nose here. I'm just going to get some of the clay out of there. He's good to go the way he sits, so I'm going to use a wet Q-tip, clean that nose up a little. And you can go ahead and brush him out. This is going to be his show side here. He looks better this side. So, I think I've got a pin right here. Yeah. There we go. Can you see that? He looks pretty darn good for a rabbit. I say rabbits are really, really hard to do. You don't usually have real good luck doing them. Looks like he's doing okay. I'll try to get a close-up on that. I'm going to put him in another habitat scene with some quail sitting there with a couple of quail around. So you can devise your own habitat. Just you know, take something like this, foam, little piece of foam, go ahead and trim it up and round it off, and you can put some glue on it and some sand or dirt, and you've got yourself, or peat moss, and you got yourself a nice habitat scene. When we get to the habitat, I'll let you see that, but as far as I'm concerned, that rabbit's about as good as it's going to get right now. So, thanks for watching this video.